Shotguns, pistols, flare guns, and gasoline canisters. That is what investigators now say likely caused this massive Arlington house explosion. You'll remember that shocking cell phone video from back in December. Now tonight, we're getting a brand new perspective from police body cam footage that was just released. Take a look. That blast killing the suspect inside the home, also damaging 10 homes nearby. 7 News is on your side with team coverage tonight at 6. Our Christian Flores has an update from authorities, while our Jay Korf is speaking to the community about getting some closure in this case. We're going to begin, though, with Christian Flores. He's live at the site of that explosion. Christian?
Yeah, police officials say James Yu had made concerning social media posts and even contacted the FBI on multiple occasions. Months later, though, they're still not clear on his motive, but also months later, this neighborhood still has a visible reminder of where this explosion happened. The explosion that shook this Arlington neighborhood captured from multiple police body and dash cameras. This just 15 minutes after officers' final arrest attempt of James Yu, the man detectives say caused this explosion.
James, stay away from your front door. Stay away from your front door.
Law enforcement officials on Friday said Yu had up to 35 gallons of gasoline in his home, which he poured out in his basement and likely ignited with his guns, flare guns, or matches, with neighbors telling officers on the day of the explosion about suspicious activity, including large amounts of lighter fluid delivered to his home in the preceding months. But the FBI communicated with him even before that, with Arlington County Police aware of alarming social media posts.
These communications were primarily complaints about alleged frauds that he believed were perpetrated against him. No FBI investigations were opened up based on these complaints.
Social media posts that we were aware of initially were, some anti-government, maybe anti-law enforcement, but nothing that went to this type of an incident that I'm aware of.
Did Arlington County Police, were they ever called for a mental health checkup?
So the police department had no documented incidents with Mr. Yu. We had 2 noise type complaints, but that was it.
7 News on your side also asked if Arlington County Police and the FBI communicated with each other about Yu because of his past, these concerning social media posts. A spokesperson told me that did not happen because his background did not necessitate that. We also learned Virginia's red flag laws to confiscate his guns also did not apply because of that same reason. Reporting live in Arlington, Christian Flores, 7 News.
Thanks, Christian. Definitely learning a lot today, and some of that is providing closure for residents. Jay Korf continues our team coverage tonight from the park where the initial shots were heard. Jay?
Yeah, Scott, residents are so relieved that they're finally getting some answers. And this all began, as you said, in this park. And we're going to show you how it initially unfolded with new body camera footage from police. Take a look.
I'm scared. I don't want
I'm going to go try to get them to stop doing that.
Footage released Friday from various law enforcement body-worn cameras shows the community and first responders reacting to resident James Yu firing flares from his Arlington home on that fateful December night.
Arlington County Police, stop shooting the flares!
When that didn't work and Yu refused to communicate, police upped the ante.
We have your building surrounded. You're not leaving.
Then they breached Yu's front door, which was followed by Yu firing at officers. Only moments later, the explosion that ended his life. Despite the damage,
Police department!
First responders continued to evacuate residents.
I need you to get evacuated and move down the street, okay?
Who today expressed relief.
Yeah, it was pretty surreal, especially in a neighborhood like this.
Jose Perez tells us while the memory of that moment will never leave him, he's done what he can to move on.
I mean, the biggest question was always why. But, sometimes that question is never going to be answered, and you're just going to have to be at peace with it.
While Perez and others we have spoken with wish law enforcement had stopped James Yu before he made the direst of decisions. They understand that sometimes the unexpected happens.
You had the police doing everything that they were supposed to do by the book, and you thought, okay, yeah, they're gonna take care of it, and then there goes that wild card that gets thrown on the table, and the house explodes.
While some are quite frustrated with the fact that law enforcement didn't prevent this, most residents who we spoke with told us that they were actually very appreciative and grateful that this new body camera worn footage was released so they can see police and firefighters in action and what they had to face on that fateful night. Reporting live in Arlington, Jay Korf, 7 News.